Nope. It's recording, it's streaming, it's broadcasting, it's signed in. What more could it possibly want?
The blood of your firstborn.
Obviously.
I've clicked on it, it does appear to be streaming.
Does it?
When I click the link from the Instagram, it does.
Oh no, it is working. It is. When I opened it on my phone, it said like it was still waiting for it to start, and now we're here. Okay, cool. There was maybe just a minute of me faffing
Hey,
on the. It's fine. Hi, we're here. There's nobody actually watching yet, so it's all good.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah. So I am Isla. This is Aimee. This is David. We are talking about 13 Storeys by Jonathan Sims.
Indeed we are.
Indeed we are.
We are.
Yeah, I think me and Aimee had read it before. You haven't?
I had not read it before now. So, yeah, it was. I thought it was a really good concept, like the way that he was doing, like 13 different, well, like 12 different perspectives. I did worry that lent the book a certain. There were moments where I felt like he could have fleshed out things a bit more than he was able to. Like it was essentially like 12 short stories that were connected, and then obviously the last scene is just mental.
Yeah.
But I felt like that there were certain things that I was like, oh, I would like to have seen more of that, or like, oh, that there was, I don't know, I felt like he could have done more with it.
Yeah, it was definitely more about like the concept in the story rather than like digging into the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. It felt like an episode of a podcast, particularly if you listen to the audiobook. I think you guys, I think certainly Isla, you said you listened to the audiobook, and it lent itself really well to a short story for a podcast. For sure.
I wonder where he got that writing style from. Such a mystery.
Who knows? Who knows? I haven't actually read any of his like more recent books though, so I don't know if he like got more into like the novel perspective.
Yeah, I read Family Business. I don't know if he's done more than those two, but the other one is very different.
Yeah, was there not a Subway one that came out recently, like set in the London Underground, I think?
Yeah, maybe I
Burnley, I think it's called.
That.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not a clue.
Okay.
But yeah, I think even having read it before, I've had to like write notes of who everyone was because there were so many characters.
It's so.
But I really.
Yeah. It was so much harder to like keep track of who everyone was from just because I remember names better when I've seen them. And it was like, oh, there's Leon and Carter, and I'm like, who were you? What's going on?
Yeah.
This is the last chapter. I should know who you are by now.
Yeah, I think as what like Damien and Diego, I mixed up a lot as well. Just because for the first part they're just kind of characters who show up every once in a while, and you're like, oh, we've heard that description before. Yeah.
And there was.
I thought that was really good. Oh, go.
No, you go.
I was going to say, I thought that was really good that he had these kind of incidental characters that then became a kind of bigger deal towards the end. That was an interesting kind of like threading them through everyone's narrative to then have them be a bit of a big deal by the time it finished. I thought that was great.
Yeah, I think.
But even just the guy, in the blue hat, who in Violet's story seemed like he was going to be like really supernatural and like part of the whole like ghost story side of things, and then he just turned out to be a teenager. Like I thought that was really interesting as well, like the different perspectives of the same people. As well.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I hadn't picked up on like the first time reading it because you don't know who's important and who's relevant and stuff, and then when you're going back and you're reading it again, you're like, oh, I know you and I know you and that's that person. And I
would have liked to have seen a lot more there's two things actually. I'd like to have seen a lot more of when the art collector gets that painting that is like obviously slowly driving him insane. I would have, I don't know, I really wanted to kind of hear more about the painting and like where it came from and like all this kind of like stuff. I thought that was it was a really interesting conceit, and it could have gone a lot further. Like they could have, if it had been a novel, if it had been a full novel about that character, that would have been incredible. I also really loved, similarly, the whole Penny storyline, where she's obviously this like weird vampire spider witch child. What the hell
I hadn't
is
got
that?
spider from her, but vampire, yes.
Very creepy, yes. So
Yeah, the two
and
long
her mum, who was obviously just like, ugh. Yeah. Let's not discuss that.
Yeah, I wanted her mum to come back into it because
Yes.
I wanted to know more about what was happening there. Because the traits, I don't know, creepy children, that just made sense to me. The concept of also having a creepy mother on the scene for some reason, I was like, wow, this is a whole new world for me.
Yeah, and she just
like,
lives
especially
in the wall or something.
Just in the wall. Yeah.
She's just there.
But like, especially in the final chapter, if her mum had just turned up, that would have changed the entire vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If she is just living in the walls in a space where no one else can get to her, and they'd built the building out of like bones and blood and blah blah, was her physical body actually in the building?
Gosh.
That's really upsetting. Wow.
Yeah.
Creepy.
We talked about doing content warnings and then didn't.
And then did not do them. Oh my goodness. Wow.
So 10 minutes in, there will be spoilers.
Yes, this book contains many discussions of mental health problems, suicidal ideation, abuse, depression,
the general effects of capitalism
there's
and exploitation of workers and
Yes.
starvation and unsafe work practices and cannibalism and everything.
A really great book.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just don't let that put you off from reading it. But yes.
It is horror, but it has a happy ending.
I mean, does it? Not for that guy.
The bad guy got killed. That's how most fairy tales end.
Indeed.
That is true.
Yeah, that was one thing that I didn't really get as well. Like because he sets up in the first chapter how, like, they're all there in the apartment at the end, but everyone kind of get like they don't get questions about it, and everyone kind of gets away with it. And I'm like, but how?
I think they just vowed that they would say they saw nothing, and there was no way because you're not in a normal police case. You're not going to come up with that as being the cause of death.
And like they had Donna controlling all the electronics, so there'd be no CCTV or panic buttons or recordings.
That was so good as well. The Donna section was incredible.
I
Just the
loved
way
her
that.
bit.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Yeah. So creepy.
It was so many different ways to do ghosts.
Yes.
Yeah. And becoming like overwhelmingly obsessed with something as well. There was a lot of that going on.
Yeah, like you think of like your normal classic ghost story of being like something from the past that's like gonna do horrible, creepy things to the people that are living in this old house or whatever now. But the way that he incorporates AI and grief and trauma and all this stuff into this building being haunted by everyone's problems is incredible.
Very cool.
Yeah, and it was released 2020 as well. It was before AI even became like a massive,
Exactly.
like,
Was it? I thought it was earlier than that. Okay.
I mean, that was a very cursory Google, but August 2020.
No, yeah, that actually makes sense. Because I remember trying to buy it. It took a very long time to find anywhere that had it in stock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do we think of? Who do you think Tobias Fell's character is based on? Like, if you were to pick a real world person.
There's so many it could be. One particular name comes to mind, but there's so many it could be.
Indeed it does.
Pick a billionaire, any billionaire.
Maybe one that briefly became a trillionaire and then became a billionaire again. Maybe someone like that, possibly.
Indeed. Yes, possibly. Yeah. Who could it be? It's Taylor Swift, right? We're talking about Taylor Swift.
Yeah, obviously. Who else would it be?
The capital wedding for Tobias.
Yes.
So what was your favourite story then?
Ooh.
For me, it was definitely Penny. I thought that whole creepy kids just get me.
Yeah. I liked
I'm
Anna
not really
and
a
Penny.
children person, and so they are just generally creepy to me. So yeah.
I liked Anna and Penny, and I liked Jason and Max.
That was great. Yeah, that actually was really good.
Yeah, like Jekyll and Hyde vibes. I did quite enjoy it.
Did you find it?
Sorry. I was just gonna say it may be a hot take, but I really liked Gillian's. I really liked the like conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah.
One. So she was the one that worked for the lawyer's office.
Yeah.
I really liked that one, and I can't explain why. I just really love a conspiracy theory.
Fair.
But like just the way that she was like trying to connect all the dots and and I think it's really interesting it was a really interesting decision to set her as a character, because when you're in that kind of position, especially in a big firm, and you're young and you're new, people do not rate your knowledge or opinions or thoughts at all. So like it's completely believable to me that something like that could have happened. That she was like, well, I'm the only person that's talking about this, and no one believes me because I'm still the new kid and I'm still everyone's underling and I'm still learning. So she kind of she's forced by her very circumstances to take it on herself because no one else is going to give it the time of day. And there's something really believable about that. Like if you've worked enough corporate bullshit offices, you will have had that experience. Like
yeah. Maybe that's why I liked it. Maybe I was like, yeah, this makes sense to me.
Yeah. Been there, yeah. Yes. I look at.
Who was it that was not Damien that was doing the measuring, but there was somebody else that was also doing measuring. What was her name? Was that Carrie was that Carrie?
I thought Carrie started doing some measuring. Because she's
doing the measuring because she put all the cameras up.
Yes. Yeah. I like that her and Violet got together.
That was cute.
Yeah.
It's like we're in the middle of like a gruesome murder, but also they have a vibe.
Let's discuss whether or not we're going to stab this trillionaire to death, but also be really hot.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a meet cute, but with the EA. That was really bad.
Oh no. Oh, thanks for that.
Yeah, I quite liked as well the like semi-closure you get in the epilogue.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, they're all fine. I'm telling you nothing about what they're up to though. You know, like, cause yeah. I like that she still didn't trust David not to just print everything that he heard.
Yeah.
Was it weird having a character with the same name as you?
No,
Okay.
that's fine. No, that's all right. I think of like other things. What did we think of the art collector guy? What's his name? Jesus. Actually, that is a really interesting question that I'm going to ask Isla specifically because I know you were talking about listening to the audiobook, how there were different actors for each
Yes.
chapter. How did that land? That's really interesting.
It was very cool. So they had like a different voice actor for all of the 12 main characters. So they all had their own chapter. And then in the last chapter, when it was flicking between everyone, they were all talking to each other. So it was like all 12 of them in the same chapter. It was very cool.
Okay,
And then
that's cool.
Jonathan Sims was being Tobias Fell, obviously.
Because of course.
Of course, like yeah, of course. Okay, right.
Yeah.
I did quite like listening to that last chapter because I made the mistake of trying to read along while listening to it, and then just got a little bit of like dissonance because I was reading like a she said and then hearing a I said type of thing. But it was really cool.
So they kind of change it around for.
Yeah,
that.
and a lot
Okay,
of the
cool.
and a lot of the stuff that would be more like stage direction is just included in the delivery as well.
Right.
It is definitely one that I would recommend the audiobook for. Sometimes an audiobook ruins it, but I liked the audiobook for this one quite a lot.
Cool. I might go back and do that then in that case. Yeah. But I'm not really an audiobook guy, so but that is really interesting.
A very podcasty audiobook. And then in the last chapter, there's like a little bit of sound effects and stuff as well. Not a lot, not a gruesome amount.
Gross, but
but like when somebody's being hit with the club, they have a little like hitting noise, and then there's a bit where somebody's screaming in the background, and there's like actual muffled screams going on. Not a huge amount. It's not like gross.
Right. I mean, I can cope with gross. That's fine, but yeah.
You're making a face though.
Yeah. Another question about what is her name? So the other kid that is hanging out with Penny, who's like
Anna,
yes, and like her mum is pivotal in like not pivotal, but she's a big part of the last scene in that she has to chaperone them, but she can't see Penny and she doesn't really know what's going on. I thought that was a really interesting thing to do because she kind of does she not have a meltdown at some point and she has to leave the room?
Yeah,
and you're like, but.
I thought they gave her Alvita's sleeping.
Yeah, Alvita gave
pills.
her
I thought they
weird drugs.
got rid of her.
Yeah.
And then they just put her in the bedroom and did not mention her again. I really thought she was going to come back and do anything. No, she just slept. They're really good sleeping pills.
I thought that was really interesting, like to get her into that situation where this obviously insane thing is about to happen, and she just doesn't. She's not really being involved in any of it, so she doesn't know what's going on. I think it would have been really cool to kind of flesh her out a bit more in that final chapter and kind of get her to see a bit more behind the mask kind of thing. I don't know, it was an interesting decision to make her the chaperone.
They very much do only show her from like Anna's, I don't know how old she is, like 8-year-old, like an 8-year-old's point of view of a parent of like, they're there, but they're not a real person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, obviously in that same way, you've got Anna's perception of Penny is very much that Penny is more of a real person than actually anyone else that Anna encounters at all, even though Penny is dead, not real.
Yeah, dead,
something
or like a manifestation of all of the dead children, or something like
Very
that.
interesting. Yeah.
I do wonder how the building chose who it was going to haunt.
Yes. And especially because there were a couple of people that didn't even live in the building.
Mm.
Yes.
That was really interesting.
Yeah, like the real estate
it's
agent. Why that specific one?
Well,
why
why
not
you?
any of the others? Like,
Yeah.
It seemed like for a lot of them, it was stuff they were predisposed to
Mm-hmm.
already. It felt a little, not quite like monkey's paw vibes, but like it felt like, so like Violet started off with like a real disdain for people slacking,
Mm-hmm.
and like Carter had like a fake persona, which then became a real manifestation taking over his life, and Jesus was obsessed with like appearances. So I feel like, yeah, maybe just picked the people who were predisposed
yeah. There was
to a manifestation.
who was the dirt guy? Was that Leon?
Leon.
That was Leon.
Yeah.
That was
because
really
he kept
cool,
bringing up
actually.
like at the
Very
end
interesting.
how it was him and not his fiance,
Right.
Yeah.
how it was him that was there and not his wife, even though she'd like spotted what was apparently a real stain. She'd seen it first.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like, what all of the haunting stuff could only be seen by the people being affected by the haunting. So like Anna's mum couldn't see Penny, but Avira could see Penny. So then,
Yeah.
was it a real stain, or was she also being, like, maybe sucked into it, or...
That is a very good question.
Yeah.
Because you feel like, I mean, especially with Leon, you feel like he is more susceptible to it. Like, there's even a point where I'm sure his wife at the point is like, "You like this is ridiculous. You've got to be on," because she leaves him
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she does.
because of it, and it's like, I don't know, you kind of get the impression that she brings it to his awareness, but it doesn't affect her.
Mm.
She's just aware that it's happening, but then he becomes obsessed with it.
Yeah. But then not everyone is able to see everyone else's manifestations. So like multiple people see Penny, but Yannick went up into Leon's house and didn't see the stain, if I remember correctly. So they can only see some of each other's things.
Yeah, and like they can all see Max, but it gets how much they can see Max gets worse as well.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure if Diego could see stuff or if he was just trying to comfort Violet in that first scene. Because he said something like they're not real or the dead can't hurt.
When she's seeing everyone that's in the hallway and they're all just like whispering at her, and
and he references it in some way, but I'm not sure if he actually could see anything or if he could just. Violet seemed.
I thought it was
stressed and he was trying to.
Damien that said that.
Oh, was that? I thought. See, this is what I mean.
Oh.
I had thought it was Diego, because was Diego not the one who moved into Edith's apartment?
But also, I literally listened to this yesterday.
Did they both say something to? No, this is what I mean.
There's a whole scene where Damien's like filming himself, and he's like, "Why did I tell her that they're not real? I don't know they're not real."
You're right. You're right.
But also, somebody definitely did talk to Diego as well.
Yeah.
They need more different names.
Maybe this is see. It does get confusing, especially because all of the side characters who don't. Oh no, because Damien did get his own chapter.
Yeah.
I was gonna say all the side characters who are important but didn't get their own chapter begin with a D, but no, Damien did get his own chapter.
I thought it was interesting to make Damien trans.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's not something that is specifically.
Yeah, if you didn't know to look for it.
It wasn't necessary to make him trans, and it isn't something that it's only actually referenced maybe twice, I think. But I thought that was really like, why Like, it's good that it was done. I'm not like, but that's a really interesting choice. Why? Okay. Just, yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I think I've not looked them up, but I have a sneaking suspicion that the voice actor for him was trans purely because I think their name is Cloud, and that is not
Okay.
a very cis name.
No.
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 I think Jonathan Sims has said previously, at least about the Magnus archives, that he likes to not really have a reason for people to be like, yeah. I think he also at one point said that every character he's ever written is bisexual.
Okay.
Just
A
in
reflection of his life experience.
Yeah.
Why not?
Is his wife not gender fluid? Question mark. Maybe.
Perhaps.
I think maybe.
I'm not sure. That's not.
But I know a lot of like the voice actors and people from like Mechanisms and that are various kinds of queer. So I guess it kind of makes sense if like that's what you know, that's what you write.
Yeah. What did you think to Yannick's storyline? You know, when he's talking about, he's talking about the time that he nearly drowned, and then he sees himself in the building.
Was that him? I thought like just somebody else that he was working with. Oh.
So the thing is that he is on this construction site, and it's his first day or the second day maybe, and he's told to go down into the water, and then something happens and he panics and he can't get out, and he
like the harness
drown,
breaks or something. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But then he sees his own. That's the whole point of his manifestation, is that he sees his own body. I thought that was very, very creepy.
Yes. Yeah, he sees the skeleton in the pipes and goes, well, I'm going to follow this through the whole building. The obvious, reasonable thing to do.
A wild impulse.
Let's be completely normal about this, shall we? Yes. Yeah.
I feel like most of them definitely got like lured into the haunting, but Yannick and Damien are fully there on purpose. They made a choice.
Yeah. Nothing made them be involved.
Nope.
Fully of their own volition.
Oh no, Damien could have been like, do you know what? I'm alright, bye. But no.
Yeah, he got dragged in on pure curiosity. He just got too deep into a
Yeah.
Like, lucky he did for everyone else, but...
I mean, yes, really, yeah.
True, yes. Yeah, they would have been in a bad spot without him, I think.
You have notes. Have we talked about all of the characters? I think we've talked about most of them.
We have. We've talked about all of the, like, main named characters. We haven't spoken loads about Alvita. I found Alvita's mildly comforting, and I can't really explain why. Because it was still horrifying, but like, I was really calm listening to it. I was like, yeah, I could see a talk show with dead people in it and be great in my sleep.
I thought hers was one of the creepiest.
Okay.
Listen, it can't outdo creepy children for me.
No, I'm afraid I'm with Aimee on that one, yes. But there we go.
I just don't find children especially creepy.
You haven't seen enough horror films.
Yeah, they're meant to be like cute and like nice, but
have you met children?
I've met some children, and granted, not for long. I tend to make my excuses when around children. But certainly none of them have been spindly with, I think, 2 wide mouths and 2 sharp teeth. Actually no, some of them have had sharp teeth. and they do like to bite you. Maybe it is just a normal child, actually. Maybe Penny's just
Maybe
a normal
there's
kid.
actually nothing wrong with
Penny was just a
this
kid.
is just what 5-year-olds are like.
Yeah, I think we have talked about all of the characters, unless we want to talk about David, the writer, in any more depth. Because it was weird that he was invited.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Or was he invited?
Did he just come as a plus one?
Did he invited?
Did he just sneak in? I think he might have.
I remember now. I mean, it sounds like a fairly journalisty thing to do, doesn't it? To be like, oh, just gonna wander in. I thought he was written very well, like the kind of the way that a journalist can just kind of insert themselves into a space and start asking questions and just be completely like, yeah, I'm here, I'm meant to be here, and I'm a journalist, and I'm asking things. Like the way that he interacts with Carter, well, like when he turns up at his house at like 6 in the morning, it starts going off, and you're just like, okay, but he just makes it seem
normal.
Like, yeah, this has all been arranged. And of course, at that point, you don't know whether Carter's actually messed something up or whether Donna's just finally gone insane. Like it's almost like I almost found like a kind of David Lynchian vibe to that situation where you don't actually quite know. Throughout Carter's entire chapter, I was like, I don't know if this is in Carter's head or if Donna's orchestrated it or if everything's actually fine, and we're just like, it's very strange.
Very unreliable narrator.
Yeah.
For quite a few of them, actually.
Yeah.
I think the point at which something just clicked for me with Carter when I found out that he had named his personal assistant after a previous boss who was harsh on him. Was weird. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. That tells me more about you than most of the rest of what I've read.
Yeah. Also that he then didn't change it after she died.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
very creepy.
Don't love that, but okay.
Because the whole program was going to roll out with Donna being the name of.
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like from a legal standpoint, if nothing else, you can't just steal a dead woman's voice. Someone, especially a famous one, like someone's going to complain.
Yeah. Yeah.
But okay. What did we think? Sorry, I just do have one more thing. So Tobias Fell at various points is instrumental in a lot of these different people's livelihoods. Like he bankrolled Carter's company. I'm sure also bankrolled the company that the construction guy worked for a bit. There's also something to do with the law firm that is involved with a case of his.
Like
I thought it was
a lot of cases.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. It's a really interesting way of doing it, that he's kind of threaded throughout everyone's story without necessarily them even really realizing to what extent. That's what I have to say, but I thought it was an interesting way of doing that.
Is that how the building maybe chose them?
Maybe.
Because all of the ways that he's involved in their lives are pretty representative of how everything then turns out. Like, it's all him trying to buy his way out of problems or control narratives, control his employees. Because that, giving people that work for you a free place to live really reeks of, so you need to stay and you need to do what I'm asking you to do. So I think it's really like, it kind of sets up where everything goes. And to that end, I found it really interesting where everyone's limit was for how involved they were willing to be in the end of things. I guess if we already said we're doing spoilers. I was interested to see how many people were like, yes, I will eat this, and maybe also I will kill someone.
Yeah.
Maybe. For enough money. In for a penny, in for a pound.
Well, I just love that penny, and particularly was like, I'm starving, let's go.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, this actually works for me. And again, children, greatest thing.
Right? Oh my god. Yeah.
But yeah, I am interested to see what would have happened without Damien and Violet. If they hadn't been picked specifically, I feel like that would have gone a whole other direction.
Yeah.
Which is terrifying. It's a really scary representation of society.
They weren't all doing it for like the same reasons though. Like Yannick and Elvira were like, yes, obviously I'm going to agree to this. No one else is going to look after my children.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which.
And also, you know, £1 billion is £1 billion. I mean.
Yeah.
But a little bit of haunting for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I guess it depends how much haunting.
How
Oh no, we've lost Isla.
No.
Oh no.
No?
Oh.
Back?
There we go.
Back.
Yeah, okay.
Hi. I guess it depends how.
How much haunting?
Well, so my understanding was that it was going to remain the same level of haunting that they were currently experiencing.
That's quite
I
bad.
thought they were just keeping the haunting. And I don't know that I would take that offer.
No, I feel like...
Particularly the mold one.
Yeah, the mold one was really bad.
No, the mold, I'd be like, no.
And the real estate lady, whose name I've forgotten again, who just doesn't have a home, ever.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
But she ended up in the haunted flat. But yeah, she wouldn't...
Yeah.
What's the point in having £1 billion if you can't have a home?
Yeah,
Seems
like she can't move out, I would assume.
Yeah, maybe she'll just take Tobias's flat.
Maybe that should be the sequel.
Yeah. I think Anna would have been fine. Probably, yeah.
I also... Do you think that Yannick's ghosts were the same ghosts as Violet's ghosts? Probably not, right?
Yeah,
Because
probably
Violet's
not.
ghosts were whispering. Whereas Yannick's ghosts were yelling, if I remember correctly. So you've got a different flavour of ghost.
Yeah, I think they're both exploited workers,
I feel like
but...
Yeah. But a different kind of exploited worker.
Or from, like, different places, or, yeah.
Because it's Violet that, she has 2 jobs, right?
Yeah, she's the one right at the very beginning.
Right.
Who, like, works in a call centre, and, yeah.
Because I'm thinking, like, I used to work at a call centre, and I'm like, yeah, it makes sense that the ghosts are different. Like, Yannick's ghosts are representative of his kind of work life, where it's very, like, boisterous and loud and whatever. And then her ghosts are very much about, like, whispering things. Like, when your job is to be on the phone, you kind of, it's a very interesting thing to think about, because you end up, sorry, my headphones have just decided to freak out on me. Sorry, hi.
Ghosts.
Hey. It probably is, let's be honest. When you're on the phone for a living, there is always a voice in your head. Like, there's always, because you're on a headset all the time if you work in a call center, there's always someone's voice in your ear, and I think that's the way that I saw it, was that because of the kind of exploitation that she's going through, she's hearing that whispering and like always something that you can't quite catch, which can happen. Whereas with Yannick's side, for me, I thought it was more about, because I work in construction now. Hey, it was more about him having that experience from a construction point of view, where it's very loud and energetic, and people shouting all the time, and lifting things happening, and everything moves very quickly. So yeah.
It's a good observation. It's very fair. Do we think that Edith was the real star of the book?
Obviously.
Yes.
I loved Edith. She
great.
had maybe one line.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did she even have a line, or did somebody just talk about her? But yeah.
No,
I think
she was great.
They did a whole interview with her. That was
Of course they did.
the
Of course.
thing, because then because she like appears on the talk show, and that's the whole thing. It's great.
Yeah. And she was one of the untethered spirits or whatever at the end. But yeah, that was an interesting thread, because I think she showed up in like a few of the stories, at least in mention. And yeah, I found her quite an interesting addition to the story. Like, just, love the wee mysterious grandmother from down the hall.
Yeah, who takes in random men from Ecuador.
Listen.
I'm saying nothing. I'm keeping out of it.
Life goals. 80-year-olds taking in random 30-ish-year-old men.
If you're an 80-year-old woman and a random 30-year-old Ecuadorian man knocks at your door,
he's coming to stay. Yeah.
It's fine. Big things. What did we think of the whole vomit situation at the end?
What?
Where Leon vomits the stain into Sebastian's mouth, really quite out.
I had actually forgotten that happened, so
mentally blanked out. Like, no.
I found Leon's to be the most difficult read, just because it stressed me out. Because I was reading that on the train as well, and I kept getting up to like wash my hands just because it was just. I was like, "There's no way that this can transfer by Kindle," but I just washed my hands.
Oh, that's awful! Wow.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I don't want to be moldy.
No, his was definitely the most gross.
Yeah.
Actually, no, the most gross was.
I did like that they gave. Sorry, what were you saying, Isla?
I think the most gross was maybe actually when they talked about Max and Jason when they were being one person. I think that was actually the worst bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, your skin's stretched over a body that it's too big for, and his like fingernails and eyes always really get me.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I had forgotten about that description, actually. That was also quite stressful.
Yeah. What were you going to say?
I don't remember.
Okay, that's
Which is fine.
It's fine.
It'll come back to me probably later. Sorry, my cat's causing a ruckus.
Oh, well, you need to.
Do they want to? They can join.
She will run if I try and pick her up, but she will probably jump on me sometime soon.
Okay. What's her name?
Nia?
Hey. Hi, Nia. Dude, this is the whole Zoom etiquette thing, isn't it? Like, raise your hand if you have a question, show me your cat, tell me your cat's name. Yes.
No, she's running. She's not having it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's really cute. Anyway.
She'll come back later. She loves to be seen.
No, I mean apparently not.
She'll come back, but she'll come back like butthole to camera. That's her favourite move.
Excellent. Or a serious business too.
It won't be the best view for us, but turn her around and then
do we have any more words to say about this book?
Yeah, I was going to say, got closing thoughts?
While I was reading it, I was like, I don't know if I like this or not. Just because, like I said, like with every chapter being a fresh story, like that, I didn't feel like even with the final chapter, I didn't feel like it was quite enough time with each character. Like I really could have done with more things from each, but like certainly some of the people I thought could have done with a bit more time. But now that we're talking about it, I'm like, actually, yeah, no, it was pretty good. It was very well crafted, even while more could have been done. I think that the way that it was structured was good.
I understand why 13 was chosen from a thematic perspective. I do feel like if it had been 6 more fleshed out stories, I would have also really enjoyed it. But I really did enjoy it, particularly because what I needed was a series of shorter stories rather than one long book at the time I was reading it. So it was perfect for me. But yeah, I 100% see what you're saying. But I felt like there were enough through lines to pull it together. Like you say, when we've been talking about it, we found a lot of like veins.
Oh, actually, there. Yeah.
Yeah. The first time I read it very quickly. This time, I also read it very quickly, although that was more because of the time pressure. Because I did finish it this morning. But yeah, I did enjoy it. I think, having fewer characters and spending more time with them and being able to remember more details about them would have been easier. Do I mean easier? Yeah. Then, because when I got to the last chapter, even though I had read all of it in like 2 or 3 days, I was still not 100% on who they all were.
Right. We haven't heard from Violet in like 200 pages now. What's going on?
But also that might have been because it was an audiobook, so I couldn't flick back and check who anyone was.
I also, it was good that it was a series of short stories because I was reading this at the same time as reading King's Sorrow by Joe Hill, which is 900 pages long.
Wow.
It's huge.
That's
and it is one story. Yeah. So this was good to be like, hey, let's just read something short and not nice, but short and
more
easy
digestible.
Because, yes. So a good time for me.
Good. I did at one point try to juggle it with one of the Halo novels, but I simply couldn't, so I focused on this. And I think I made the right choice.
Yeah.
Nice. So, next month we are reading, let me double check, and I say we, none of us are here. We is Tommy, Meg, and Claire, and Anne, and they are going to read Gideon the Ninth, who is one of our guest of honours.
Hey!
Yay!
Excellent.
So that will be, I don't know the date, the 2nd Tuesday of next month. Whatever one that is.
It is the 11th.
11th.
Cool.
The 11th of August.
On the 11th of August. That's what everyone's going to be reading.
I will be in Spain, so...
I will not be in Spain.
No. I will probably be here.
We're going to watch the eclipse because... so if you're in Spain, if you're in Zaragoza...
You can come and find David.
Perfect.
He's inviting you to join them.
I mean, feel free, but no. There is it's almost at totality if you're in Zaragoza. So we're going
very
there.
cool.
And I've never been to Spain, so very excited.
Never.
Nope.
It's so close.
I know, right? Yes. It seems like it's everyone's like first abroad experience. Like, oh, everyone's been to Spain. Nope. No,
I
no.
guess it's just
So-
it's right there. It's a very
I
short
know.
plane trip.
I know, right? You would think with the amount of places that I have been to that I would have been to Spain by now, but I have not.
Yeah.
So
To be fair,
That'll
until
be good.
like 2 weeks ago, I'd never been to Germany, and that's also right there. So
oh, I'd been to Germany before. I just hadn't been to Berlin. So but Berlin was great.
yeah,
Did you have a good time?
yes, it was very good.
Yay. When did you get back actually?
Sunday.
Sorry, we're now entirely off topic. Sorry.
Yeah, we're just going to talk about Eurocon now. Yeah, I got back on Sunday. It was
Okay.
12 hours of traveling. I had to get up at 4:30 in the morning. Yeah. So when I messaged you on Sunday and then just didn't reply, I forgot I had messaged you because I was just so tired. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Cool. I
Well, this was really
don't
good.
know how to
Thanks
end
very
this
much.
stream. I think we're done and we can just stop talking.
We are done.
Yes.
That was a book
Oh yeah,
that we all read,
there's
and it was a
like,
good time.
subscribe, join the convention. There's a QR code, or there's a link in the description. Follow us on social media, join our Discord, join our Facebook
please
community
do.
group, volunteer. There we go. Now we're done.
Yay! All right.
Bye.
Good to see you both.